Oh, there's a monkey. It's like proper jungle here. Yeah, it had a long tail and it walked on all fours. So we're on our way to the beach. We finally have a nice beach day and they've opened up 3 of the beaches for a 10-day trial period to see how it goes. So we're going to 1 of the 3 beaches and then we're going to check out a beach club, which is a pay per entrance kind of situation, but it's something that's been open this entire time. So even if they decide to close this back down, this is still an option for people. Yeah. So all 3 of the beaches are actually a little bit removed from the tourist district. So we're heading up to Playa 88th. Right now we're around street like 60th, I guess, and 5th Ave. It gets so quiet up here. There's no stores, there's no nothing. So it's actually been a really nice walk. Good news, everybody. Since filming this video, Playa del Carmen entered the yellow phase, which enabled them to open up all the beaches. But these enhanced health protocols will still be in place for the foreseeable future. Oh my. We made it to the beach.
We did it.
We've actually been in Playa del Carmen for 2 months, and this is the first time we're actually at the beach because the beach has been closed. And we've been too cheap to pay for like a day pass or a beach club, which we totally could have done, but they're doing this 10-day trial period. This is the closest beach to downtown of the 3 that they've opened. They've opened 3 of the blue flag beaches. The process to get in was actually really easy, but they are going to check your bags. Like, you can't bring in alcohol, you can't bring in a cooler, you can't bring in food.
So this is the first of the 2 beaches that we're going to capture before moving on to the beach club later on. So far, it's been quite nice. It is a relatively small beach. There's not a lot of people here, which is really nice. You can get one of these umbrellas here behind us for only 100 pesos for the whole day, which seems kind of nice. It seems like a pretty good deal.
They might actually open up the rest of the beaches in a similar fashion. We have no idea. It's 2020. Nothing makes sense. Everything changes. So it's really hot today. I don't know if you can tell how much sweat is dripping off of us. And we decided that we would walk this whole way, which probably is about an hour from our hotel. But the cool thing about walking, and the reason why I really like it despite the sweat, is like you get to see stuff that you would not see if you were just jumping in a taxi. So we walked up 5th Ave, and 5th Ave is obviously very busy, very touristy, and then we went up further, and then suddenly this just opened up to be like Rodeo Drive, California. It's gorgeous here.
Yeah, it's super nice.
It came out of nowhere.
It's really nice.
Yeah, so we're about to go check out this second beach, see if it's any different. All the rules are the same though.
Yeah.
So you have to wear a mask if you're not in the water. You can't bring in alcohol, you can't bring in food, you can't bring in coolers. Also, it's really easy to ride a bike up here. We considered renting a bike. Maybe we'll do it on the way back.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of bike lanes, so you could very easily do that, and I think that's what most people actually do. And they even have bicycle parking up by the beach, so you can ride your bicycle right up to the beach. It's already interesting. We don't know how different the actual beach is, but even the entrance is very different. The procedure is the same. They still look through your stuff. But look at how it's like the entrance to a grand estate in the 1800s in like upstate New York or something. Except more palm trees, obviously. Oh, there's a monkey.
You're looking for a mongoose?
Yeah, there was a mongoose that literally just crossed the road. And we couldn't get the camera out fast enough, so we're hoping we can still see it, but
I think it's a mongoose.
It's like proper jungle here. It had a long tail and it walked on all fours. It was actually a coati, which I suppose is a very common thing in Mexico because the locals thought we were very strange for making this big of a deal out of it.
It's kind of like a raccoon, I suppose.
It is like a raccoon. In fact, they're from the same family. And we found this little guy over at the baggage check, right where they confiscate any food trying to be taken onto the beach. So, yeah, very similar. We're cleaning up a lot of this, I guess it's seaweed. There's like black stuff in the water. But the water's nice.
In the footage that you see, you'll see actually a lot of seaweed. And we should point out that this is the day after the hurricane.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of it washed up ashore just in the last 24 hours, which would explain why it looks a little, not dirtier, but more seaweeder. But I think that, yeah.
It's almost 1 p.m. now, so it's definitely probably the heat of the day, like the peak of the heat of the day. This beach is a little less straightforward. It's not like a box. It's more like there's an inlet coming in here, and so the beach is kind of like, I don't know, like a yin-yang shape. There's an amazing laguna behind you. It looks like a little oasis. It's a little bit shaded. There's a tiny little island in the middle with a tree. It's gorgeous.
It's really lovely.
And obviously it's where everybody, like you walk in, you're like, oh, no one's over there too. Like, let's go in there. They don't let you go in that area of the beach, which is a shame. I'm not sure why.
Maybe
I'm not
it's
sure what's
something
going on.
maybe it's temporary, so maybe later on you'll be able to go there.
But we have been able to sit here and watch time after time. It's like people go over there and it's like you hear the whistle immediately, and some people are very responsive. But I also watched another lady go over there and she started taking like Instagram style pictures, and she was just like, she was finishing her photo shoot. Like, she did not care how much you whistled. Like, the whistle won't come through in the photo. And I think we've mentioned this, but both of these beaches that we've been to are completely free to get in, which is awesome. And you can pay, there's usually someone, it's not as structured here, but there is a guy walking around offering you an umbrella rental, so.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm hungry.
Yeah, let's go eat. So we made it to the promised land, the beach club. Corasol Beach Club is what it's called. So we made it here, we ordered some food, we had some ceviche and some tuna tostadas, and we may have fallen asleep for a little bit. And we may be slightly pinker than when we started the day.
We did use sunscreen, evidently not enough. It's been a hot day, very hot day.
Yeah, it's very quiet here. But the entrance fee, it's 250 pesos per person, but you can use it towards any of your food and beverage. And granted, the food and beverage is like, it's more expensive than what you're gonna pay at the local taco shop. Like, for instance, I think the cheapest beer here was like 60 pesos, and where we go to get tacos and stuff, usually it's like 35 pesos, 40 pesos for a beer, to give you an idea. But you expect that, because you're not just getting the food, you're getting the lounges, you're getting the beach access.
The beach is super clean, everything is nice and spaced out, the lawn chairs are super comfortable to the point where we actually fell asleep.
It's very pleasant.
Yeah, this is very nice. It's definitely more expensive than just going to the beach. It's also more expensive than going to the beach and renting an umbrella, but what you do get is like
tranquility.
I mean, I'm loving it here. This is having a great time.
Yeah, this seems to be part of some kind of gated community. I'm gonna have to look it up when we leave, but I saw a lot of like Porsches and Mercedes driving around this. Like, we had our ID checked twice to get through, to get here. Yeah. And despite the fact that we are turning a shade of rosé, I think we might just take a dip because it's so quiet here. Yeah. Like, you have the whole water line to yourself.
And they did a great job here cleaning the algae. There is like no algae in sight, so
yeah,
that's
it's seaweed, isn't it?
Isn't seaweed a type of algae?
Maybe.
I don't know. Let us know down in the comments. Sweet. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you can leave us a comment, that'd be great too. Thanks, guys.
They love the ATVs here. He was like splashing through the water earlier and everything. He was like...
You're really gonna see that right behind there?
Yeah, he's gonna sit right there. Everybody loves this Laguna, I'm telling you.
Go
Everybody.
anywhere else, buddy. Oh, he's going through the water.
Yeah, I know, he goes through the water. He's having a great... He loves his job.
Yeah, that man was good. Okay.
It's actually pretty cool.
That does seem like fun. Cool, good for him.